I'm Dave Brown with Space Sports, a place where we explore the biblical principles of God's Word in the sports arena. Special thanks to Antoine Lively and the folks at Freedom High School and Eddie Searcy and the folks at the Spindle House for allowing us this backdrop for these segments. We're excited to release a 6-week segment called Officiating Legacy, where we will focus on 3 families of officiating in the western Piedmont of North Carolina. Thelma and Carrie Gardin, Tony and Stedman Wisnett, and Travis and Austin Butler. 1 Corinthians 15:58 states, your legacy is not about celebrating your life or achievements, but maximizing the influence you have in the lives of others so that you know your work for God is not in vain. I couldn't be more proud to introduce to you these 3 legacy building families exclusively on Space Sports. Here we are at Space Sports. We're doing a segment on sports officiating in the family. And today we have a special pair of officials here. We got mother and daughter team of Thelma Gardin and her beautiful daughter Carrie Gardin. And you guys been officiating Thelma, you've been officiating for a long time. And your daughter just started a couple of years ago. What a talent she is in the officiating world. We were sitting here kidding a little bit before we started filming about here I am, doing this kind of work for the Lord. He said, feed my people and tell these stories that would enlighten someone's lives about life, quite frankly. But when it comes to officiating, one thing that I've learned is I think part of what he wants me to do is tell the story about the sacrifice and the success stories of what it's like to hang out with your daughter and officiate basketball, something that you love. So thank you for sitting down with me.
You're welcome.
The first question I would ask you, Thelma, is how does it feel to go out there and work varsity basketball with your daughter?
Actually, I love it. I mean, I enjoy being with her anyway. So when we officiate, I just love it because when we're on the court, our communication is so good. So to me, it's just a joy for me to actually be able to officiate with my daughter.
Carrie, so communication is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember growing up, Mama looked at me sideways. So is that what's going on out there?
Yeah. Nah, it's not. But it's a joy to be able to be on the court with my mom because I've been gone since high school, playing. Got done playing like 2017. So to be able to come back now and rep high school basketball and spend a lot of time with my mom, it's like a icing on the cake for me.
Tell us about your playing career. You were an accomplished basketball player.
Yes. So I played college ball at Virginia Tech. Did that for 4 years. Got drafted into the WNBA in 2006 by the Chicago Sky. Then after that, I went overseas in the wintertime. So I did that year-round for about 10 years straight. And then finally retired in 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm.
Wow, success story.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to ask her a question about how she treated officials while she was playing. And put you on the spot.
Oh, well, I'm not the one you should be asking her. She the one that was stayed on the officials. But, I just love the game. I mean, there were moments because, you get so emotional and caught up in the game sometimes as a player.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's back then, these kids, they didn't let us get away with nothing. Like, they just let us play the game the right way. But, yeah, I didn't really stay on the officials too much. I was too focused on the game. But I hear her every game on the sideline.
So, Mom, let's talk about this again. So we're out there watching you officiate today, and you had to get rid of a fan. So, but now I'm understanding that you had a propensity to give the officials a little bit yourself.
Well, yeah, but
speak to that.
I was never wrong.
What?
I was always right. But the thing is, when you come at my partner, I'm going to always back my partner. They're always going to have my back, no matter what. So he can't be saying anything about my partner. You got to go leave him. Because you just can't say, you can't give him a warning. Who are you to give the official warning? No. You can't do that. And I think that's what we should always do. We should all, when we're on the basketball court, we should have each other's back. And not argue. If you got something to complain about, wait till you go to the locker room and talk about it. But when you're on the court, that's all you got is your other two partners or your other partner on the court. You know. So
Thelma, you officiated for me for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember some conversations we had where you had to eject some fans. Some pretty nasty stuff going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's segue to as you guys are working the game, the sportsmanship of the game.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are out there working together now on a regular basis, what do you see? What do you see in the sport from a sportsmanship standpoint of the fans, the players, the coaches? How do you guys view it? Thelma, we'll start with you.
Well, for me, whenever we talk to the captains, we tell them, listen, guys, we want y'all to play sportsmanship. We stress it. We want y'all to be nice to each other. I mean, I don't care if it's not on your team. If he fall down, you knock him down, I want you to help him up. That goes a long way, you know. And then the coaches are not that bad, really. It's just they know when they're losing. They just get kind of animated a little. And sometimes I let it go, but it just all depends on how and what they say. I mean, I don't never talk down to another person, and I don't want nobody talking down to me because I'm a woman, you know. And sometimes that come into factor with some coaches, and you know that best. Yes. But as for the fans, I don't really say that much, but a lot of times when they say that, I say, listen, we're recruiting referees. Y'all want to come? That's what I say to them. And then a lot of times I say, well, I don't remember God saying anything like that. And then they like, and then they get quiet, you know. But, you know, a lot of times I'm not, unless they're threatening my partner or saying something to my partner. Other than that, it kind of irks me.
So, Carrie, from players, from when you played, now you officiate, what do you see?
As a player, you know, that was, even when I was little, sportsmanship was always stressed to me. So I think as a player, as much as I love and respected the game, like, you know, we really had no problems. You know, people were competitive, they would play. It's just, kids don't understand respect, and being kind goes a long, long way. And people notice that and they pay attention to that. So now as an official, seeing it from this side, it's like, I don't know, like, what's changed. It's like the respect, you know, people not being kind. But as an official, when I see that, you know, I'll talk to the players. Like I talk to them a lot on the court. You know, some of them will listen, some of them will have the attitude. And it's just like, just have some respect for the game. You know, if you love the game as much as you do, like, respect it. That's all I really ask for when I'm officiating. Just respect the game. Be kind.
The art of peeking around the corner. Sometimes you have to ask people, you know, how's your day going, right?
Yep.
So Thelma, let's get back to this mother-daughter thing here. It's not like Carrie came right out of high school and said, hey, Mom, I want to do what you do. She was a successful basketball player, went to pros. Did you ever see this? The benefits, I mean, the growing up as a kid, did you see this day happen? You saw this day happen. Talk to us about that, man.
Well, when she was like, was it 9 months or almost a year old, she was up in the living room sitting on the couch, and she had a ball. And I was like, where she get that ball from? I was thinking. And I went to try to move it. I mean, she screamed like bloody murder. I thought my mom was going to choke me because she thought I was doing something to her, and I wasn't. I was just going to move this ball. And my mom said, just let her have it. So I let her have it. And so I said, well, I'm going to get her a doll so she could play with a doll. So I went and bought a doll for her, and I tried to switch it out and gave it to her. I went outside, there was a doll out in the yard. And I was there like, well, she don't want no dolls. So I just started buying her basketballs, and and from then on, she's that's all she's done is play basketball with her cousins like my sister and her son. She played with guys like, I think they're about tall as they are. And she'd go out and play with them. They make her cry. She'd go back in. She'd go in the house and sit down. Then she'd come back out. And she'd go back out and play with them. And I just knew that God told me that she was going to be special.
So did you see this day, you and her together officiating? Did you see that? Did God show you that?
Well, when we was officiating, she was small and she was following me when she was in middle school. She would come with me to some of the clinics and classes and stuff. And I was going like, well, I don't know if she'll do it or not, but I just got her just used to coming with me to a class. And then whenever I would be like on the weekend, we call AAU ball, right? And so sometime I couldn't make it. And I said, Carrie, could you go fill in for me? She said, yeah, Mom. So she'd go, and I'd give her that kind of experience to see if she'd like it or not. Yeah. But for her to actually put a mind focus on it, she actually wanted a coach. And I was going like, I don't think you want a coach, not right now. You know, with the level of the girls now, it's not like when they were growing up, her and Lauren. You know, they were good. I mean, they were awesome. I'm a fan, even though I'm the mom, but I'm a fan of hers. And if you ever watch her on YouTube, you'll see what I'm saying. If you ever watch her, but other than that, I just gave her the feel of putting her feet in, touching it, seeing if she wanted to do it. But once she got the coaching out of her system, then she said, "Mama, I want to officiate," and that's what she's been doing ever since.
So, Carrie, what's it like for you now? During a timeout, you look up the court. You know, your mom's on one block, you're on the other. What goes through your mind?
I know I'm good. I know ain't nothing crazy gonna happen. You know, we gonna have order, we gonna run smooth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what goes through your mind.
Yeah.
Join us next week for part 2 of Officiating Legacy with Thelma and Carrie Gardin as we explore their faith, favorite scriptures, and the joys of officiating, exclusively here on His Space Sports.